Hey, what's up YouTube? I figured it's been well over a year since I've done a lifting video, so today I'm going to be cooking a little bit, and then I'm probably going to have just a garage lift later this evening and a special pose down here at the end of the video. Right now I'm just doing a pound of ground beef. I have 93.7 and we're pairing that up with the Shin Black bone broth ramen. This stuff's normally spicy, so I grabbed a couple of spices that I'm gonna use in my beef, and that'll like help me balance out the soup base. But other than that, we're just gonna get started. Had to say hi to this guy really quick. He probably has a good 100 grams of protein on him or so, but he's the family pet, so he's not going in the skillet today. But other than that, we're just gonna get started. Had to wash the hands first if I'm gonna be working with the dog, right? I had this thawed overnight, so I didn't have to thaw it. Normally, I just have it in the sink with some hot water for about 30 minutes, and that's good for about a pound. So this should go pretty quickly. I'm really not gonna sit here and just cook an entire pound of beef on video because that's probably not very exciting or interesting. So I'm gonna skip around a little bit until it's all done. Okay, so I have the beef starting to brown. I already threw some of the seasoned salt in there just to kind of get it going. I'll add the rest of my seasonings as I go along. So we're gonna get started with the ramen. I'm really lazy and I don't feel like it, so we're just gonna do this in the microwave because I don't really care. Okay. So we're doing that. Probably like half this packet or so because this stuff is molten. And then we're throwing in the cumin. And a dash of that seasoned salt just to kind of like balance it back out. But here in a second, this should all be pretty done. My beef's already about halfway. So I had steak and eggs this morning. So since I'm probably gonna be just demolishing this entire pound of ground beef and this bowl of ramen, that'll probably be it for the red meat for the day. I think I have some frozen chicken that I can cook up really quick. And then other than that, I might actually have to go to the store because I'm completely out of Fairlife for a shake. And my bulking sucks. I've always been terrible at it. I never get enough food. I might have been above maintenance for like two or three programs I've ever done. And so I'm really trying to pack on some size before my hopeful debut show next June, I think, the NPC Oklahoma Natural. So we are trying to pack on size for the winter. I'd like to get back up to 175 or 180 and then trim back down. Hopefully be able to step on stage at about 160, but we'll see. So that's it for right now. With the beef, probably gonna throw a little bit of cheese in there just for some extra fats and stuff to tide me over. And then a big glass of water, and that'll be it for the meal. Okay, we got the food done. I ended up throwing a little bit of soy sauce in with my ramen just to bring out a little extra flavor, and some Valentino hot sauce in the beef. But other than that, I'm gonna get caught up on the Trend Twins videos before my lift because I am several weeks behind, so I'm finally getting started with my lift. I'm just gonna be out here in the garage. I'm gonna see if I can find some way to like dub music over it because I don't want to just have the speakers going, because I really wanted to use my AirPods as some kind of a mic, so that way the audio might like make a little bit of sense. I really need to get just like a collar mic and an actual camera stand so that I can do this the correct way, but this is what we're working with so far. I forget what they're called, but I'm gonna be warming up with like French press, bodyweight French press on the bar and pull-ups. And then I'm gonna do a couple of sets of flat press, a couple sets of incline, some flies, some overhead triceps, and some shoulder raises, and that'll be about it for the workout. So let's get started. Hopefully this part of the video goes pretty quick because I'm by myself in an empty garage with some rusty weights. So we'll see how it turns out. So I saw that exercise on the Trend Twins Lee Priest video earlier today, and I wanted to try it out because I know they used it as like a finisher, but I figured just for getting the elbows and the shoulders and the triceps warmed up on a chest day, it wouldn't be bad. And that's not, I really kind of like that. And then with my overheads, with the either dumbbells or the easy bar later, I'm gonna be shredded by the end of this. So I'm gonna be moving on to pull-ups. Try and keep it maybe around RPE 6 or 7, keep a couple extra in the tank, but just a little bit of something else just to get me going, not really super like effectual in the rest of the workout. I just like doing them from home. Stay hydrated though, for sure. So after my pressing, I felt pretty good. I did 15 on my first set, and I upped the weight and I only did 8. So to kind of just get through this a little bit quicker, I'm gonna combine my incline pressing and my flies. So I'm gonna start the set with the incline flies, and once I get to like RPE 8 or 9, I'm gonna switch and burn out with incline press, and hopefully that should be a decent amount of chest volume for the day. So on that last set, I really didn't get as many as I wanted, but I was going pretty heavy, especially for doing flies. So I'm gonna lighten my weights back up a little bit and just really focus on getting a deeper stretch on the flies. And then from there, I'm gonna move on to triceps, and I'll have shoulders, and that'll be it for the lift. So these dumbbells I'm using are called power blocks, and these things are from the 90s, like they're ancient, absolutely older than me. I think they go up to like 90 pounds. They came as a part of this whole gym setup on Facebook Marketplace, but I'm so lucky and so thankful to have those things because it's been 6 years and I haven't needed anything else for dumbbells that's not there. I swear I did 2 sets of that, but what happened was I moved the camera to get a different angle on it, and I forgot to hit record on the first one, so you're just gonna have to take my word that I did 2 sets there. So from here, all I have is, and I actually had to go as well grab a charger for my phone. I started this recording at like 70%, and I got down to like 10, but I do have a camera I can use. I just have to get a stand for it and probably a better SD card, and that way I could actually get it onto my computer and properly edit this instead of just throwing all the clips in the video editor, which would be preferable, but this will have to do for now. So I know I flip-flop a little bit back and forth there between abs and shoulders. That's just because the ADHD, like I can't ever focus on anything at once. But that's it for the lift today. I felt pretty good. I ran through it on pretty short rests, just trying to get the video done. So I'm kind of out of breath. So I'm gonna give it a second here and then we'll do our pose down in just a second.